Drew McIntyre is facing a very upsetting situation, and it could have huge implications for WrestleMania 37. Only hours after WWE officially announced WWE Champion Bobby Lashley will take on Drew McIntyre in the main event of WrestleMania, there was an incident involving Drew McIntyre that might force WWE officials to pull him from the match. The incident in question happened after Raw went off the air during a segment on Raw Talk where Drew was a guest. It was during this segment when he accidentally said the F word, which is not allowed on TV or the WWE network. This word was so offensive that WWE had to bleep Drew. As soon as this bad word slipped out of Drew's mouth, he knew he made a huge mistake and quickly apologized for saying it. But it seems that his on-air apology may not be enough to save his spot at WrestleMania 37, because as soon as Raw Talk ended, WWE officials had a private meeting backstage with Drew McIntyre, and they scolded him for saying a bad word, and rumor has it that during this meeting, they told Drew that they may have to pull him from his match against Lashley at WrestleMania, but it depended on how bad the backlash was about Drew saying an offensive word. One of the reasons why WWE officials are so mad at Drew is because they were building Drew up to be a favorite among younger WWE fans. But now, WWE officials believe that Drew may have ruined that. They may have to ban Drew from WrestleMania and replace him with a more family-friendly wrestler who will not curse on live TV. A major clue has been revealed about CM Punk's future in pro wrestling. CM Punk has made it clear over the past year that he is very open to returning to pro wrestling, and it doesn't matter if it's WWE or AEW. CM Punk is willing to make a return if the money is right. But now, CM Punk may have just revealed that he is getting ready to return to the wrestling business in the next few weeks because of a new photo that he recently posted. CM Punk posted a photo of himself on his Twitter account that showed him with a different look. CM Punk has started growing out his hair, and many wrestling insiders believe that this is a sign that CM Punk is preparing himself to return to wrestling. And this photo is a major clue that he is only weeks away from signing with a top wrestling company. The end could be near for Charlotte Flair's career in WWE. Charlotte Flair has been one of the top stars in WWE ever since she arrived in the company. But now it seems that she wants out of her contract as soon as possible, and she might very well get her wish, as Charlotte is currently very angry at WWE management for not using her fiancé Andrade properly. Instead, he spent most of 2020 being a glorified jobber whose only purpose was to get other wrestlers over. Because of how poorly WWE was using Andrade, he asked for his release from the company this past week, but it was denied. After this occurred, Charlotte reportedly had a loud verbal argument with a certain WWE official and told them that she would never wrestle for the company ever again, and she was just going to sit at home until her contract ran out, and then her and Andrade would sign with AEW. It's now been revealed about what happened to a WWE couple that went missing in 2021. Murphy recently returned to SmackDown, but his supposed on-screen girlfriend, Aaliyah Mysterio, was nowhere to be seen, and they have not been seen together on TV for several months. And now it's been revealed what happened to them, as Murphy has seemingly announced that him and Aaliyah have broken up, and fans will never see them together on TV ever again. Here's what Murphy wrote online about his and Aaliyah's current status. Let's point out the obvious. The Mysterios used me. I never needed them. I'm beyond one of the most talented in-ring performers on the planet. Aaliyah used me to be on TV and to advance her acting career. Dominic used me so he had a reason to stand ringside. Ray was jealous that I became the new face of the cruiserweights, and he was left out of the discussion. They took what they wanted, then they left me in the shadows. Sounds just like my time in NXT. Lana suffered an embarrassing wardrobe botch on Monday Night Raw that has fans talking. Lana returned to WWE in the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble match, and ever since then, she has been tagging with Naomi, but Lana has not been as heavily featured as she was before her return, and she has now fallen down the card, and now she may fall even further. It was on a recent edition of Raw where Lana had 2 embarrassing botches, and one of them was non-PG. On the March 15th, 2021 episode of Monday Night Raw, Lana was involved in a tag team match with her partner Naomi, and they faced the team of Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Before the match took place, Lana came down to the ring, and herself and Naomi did a special glow-in-the-dark entrance to the ring. But when Lana went to slide down the entrance ramp, she botched the slide. But that wasn't the only embarrassing thing that happened to Lana when she slid down the ramp. When Lana got into the ring, it became obvious that Lana had ripped her fishnet stocking on her right leg during the botched entrance. And as the match went on, the problem got even worse, and they ripped even more. Word is going around that Lana was very upset about botching the entrance, which caused the rip in her fishnet stockings, and she has made the decision that she will never slide down the ramp ever again, and she won't be wearing stockings like that again either. Lana has told close friends that in the future she will be more careful so that she doesn't suffer another wardrobe botch that could end up revealing too much, and then could lead to her getting fired for not being PG. What do you think about Drew McIntyre possibly getting banned from WrestleMania 37? And what do you think about Lana's botches? Leave a comment and give me your opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you don't miss our next video.